Good morning, student. I am Purnima, and once again I am going to teach you and revise you the lesson Discovering Truth, the saga continues. You people have already done this lesson, so this is we are revising. And whatever you are having any problem, you can ask me in the online classes. Now, first of all, children, I must welcome you all to my class of English. And remember, children, this is a very interesting lesson. Lot of facts are there, and this is a lesson which is based on truth. So, the name of the lesson is Discovering Truth, the Saga Continue, and written by A.R. William. Now, children, before starting this lesson, I must ask you so many questions like uh, how many wonders of the words are there? So definitely you all know the answer. There are 7 wonders in the world. Now, children, pyramids. I hope you must have lived among those 7 wonders of the world. You must have listened and you must have heard about pyramids. So pyramids actually is a tomb of the Egyptian king. The kings at that time were known as pharaohs. Like in India, our king, we used to call our king by the name of Basha or Rajas, isn't it? These were the name of the Indian king. Children, so the Egyptians king, they were known as Pharaoh. Okay, now this was Tutankhamun. This was one of the pharaohs in the Egypt, and he was a very famous king of Egypt. Now, coming back to the wonders of the world, I was telling you about pyramids. So, children, what is a pyramid? Pyramid is a tomb of the kings of Egypt. Those emperors and those powerful kings of Egypt, they were buried inside the tomb. And children, why it is known among the 7 wonders of the world? Because we all know that Egypt, these tombs are one of the greatest tombs of the world. Beside, so children, the all the kings, they were buried in the um, pyramids, and children, still the dead bodies of those kings are not damaged. Okay, thousands of years ago they were buried, and still the bodies are still in the same condition. So we know we should. That's why, children, the pyramids are the among the 7 wonders of the world. Okay, now, children. So the name of the chapter is Discovering Truth, the Saga Continues. So first of all, what is the meaning of saga? The name of the chapter, as you can see, Discovering Truth, the Saga Continues. Okay, so what is the meaning of saga? So first of all, you should know the meaning of saga, then only will enjoy reading this lesson. Saga means a long story about an event over a period of many years. So let me write it. Saga means a long story about an event over a period of many years. Okay, so children, saga, that means a event must have happened with Tut. Tut is a short form of the king. Okay, his children, his name was Tutankhamun. What was the name of the king? The most powerful king? Tutankhamun was the name of the king. But the people, he was a teenager. Okay, at a very small age, he ruled over Egypt. He became the king of Egypt, and children, he became famous by the name of King Tut. King Tut. Okay, so Discovering Tut, the saga continues. Now, children, as you can see, now you can guess what this chapter is about, children. Now let me tell you something about Tut. I told you he was The he was belongs from a very famous dynasty of the kings. And children, he was in his teenage means, that means his age must be between 13 to 18 years of he must years old. And children, he was murdered. He was murdered. It is believed, it is a speculation by a lot of people in Egypt, children, that still his death is mysterious, but people believe that he was murdered. Okay, so that's why a king discovering truth. So in this story, a CT scan was done to his body to find what really is the mystery about his death. Was he really murdered, or was he died due to his natural death? So children, you can see discovering truth, the saga continues. That means saga is a long story about an event over a period of many years. That means lot of speculations were there about King Tut death. People used to say that he was murdered. Many people said that he died in his natural death. Some people many people believe that he was killed by his enemy, because he belonged from a very famous dynasty and he was a very strong king, very powerful king. Okay, so anyway, so this speculation is still going on now. Well, then what happened? So I'm going to read the lesson. I'm going to, children, tell you something about him more. So this is written by A.R. Williams. This story is written, this chapter is written by A.R. Williams. Okay, so as I told you, King Tut, or better known as King Tutankhamun. So children, he was known by the name of Tutankhamun, was the last heir of a powerful family that had ruled Egypt and his empire for centuries. So children, his dynasty, his grandfather, his father, they were the most powerful king of Egypt, and children, they have ruled for centuries. His father, and I will be telling you something about his father, why he became famous, and his grandfather also was a very famous king, and they have ruled Egypt for centuries. Now children, I told you that he died. Then the last king was King Tutankhamun, he became famous by the name of King Tut, and he died very early at the age of 18. It was believed in his teenage he was dead. And children, this chapter is based on the excavation of his tomb. This chapter is based on the excavation. Now children, people wanted to find about his tomb. There were many archaeologists who wanted to find it out. They wanted to prove whether what is really the mystery of his death, which was discovered in 1922. So children, his tomb was discovered in 1922. Since then, the modern world has speculated about the possible reason of his death, as he died at a young age of 18. So children, he died, it is believed that he died at the young age of 18, and he was, children, the modern world is having a lot of speculation about his death. The modern world was having lot of speculation about his death. Now children, I will be telling some of the soul of the lesson. What do you mean by soul of the lesson? Some of the important point of this lesson. Before explaining this lesson, you should know what is the background of the lesson. Okay, so my first point is after 80 years. Okay, so first soul of the lesson is after 80 years. So at 6 p.m. on 5th January 2005, just listen to me again, at 5th January 2005 at 6 p.m., the world's most famous mummy was taken for a CT scan. Children, mummy is the dead body of the Egyptian king, and children, we don't know what really was the fact which their dead body was covered with such paste, some oil, something that it is in the same condition. So those dead bodies, covered dead bodies, is known as mummies. So children, In 1922, his mummy was found. Okay, means the world became sure that it was the mummy of Tutankhamun. And children, on 5th January 2005, he was at 6 p.m. The world most famous mummy was taken for CT scan. I told you there were many archaeologists who really wanted to know about this speculation. They really wanted to know about the fact, was he really murdered or was he died his natural death. So this could have only, they could only find by the fact like CT scan. The weather had been overcast all day and the night sky was veiled by dark bellied cloud. Children, when the mummy was being taken, the whole weather has been overcast all day. Okay, the weather was very rough. Children, dark clouds, the whole area became dark. The clouds were there all over the night. They were day and night was there. The CT scan was being done to probe the lingering medical mysteries about the young King Tut, who died more than 3,300 years ago. So children, this was why that CT scan was done, just to find about the mysterious death of him. Children, he died 3,300 years ago. He died 3,300 years ago. King Tut tomb lies 26 feet underground in the ancient Egyptian cemetery known as the Valley of King. Now children, his dead body was lying in a tomb in the pyramid, which was children 26 feet underground. Okay, so his dead body was kept in 26 feet underground in the ancient Egyptian cemetery known as the Valley of the Death, Valley of the King. Children, the whole area where there are lot of pyramids in Egypt. Okay, so the area where all the famous kings are buried, that is known as the Valley of the King. So in the Valley of the King, his tomb was there, which was 26 feet underground in the ancient Egyptian cemetery. So what is a cemetery? The area where the people are buried, that is known as cemetery. So that area was known as the Valley of King. Tourists from around the world gazed at the murals on the wall of the burial chambers and peered at the gilded face of the center coffin lid. So children, people were looking at the murals. Okay, children, what is a mural? Mural is a painting on the wall. So children, something the tourists, they used to come there, and children, they used to see the murals, the paintings on the wall, which indicated a lot of thing about his habit and about a lot of thing about this king. Okay, and of the burial chamber, children, there was so many rooms were there inside the pyramids, and the burial chamber, he is telling about the burial chamber where the place where the king was buried, that was known as, where his tomb was placed, that was known as the burial chamber, and peered at the gilded face of the center coffin lid. Now children, where his coffin was lying, his face was there. The coffin portion was made in the shape of a face which used to cover his head. So children, they peered, they looked at the gilded face of the center coffin lid. Lid is the, children, what to say, the cover. Okay, now, so this was the, children, this is about the first soul of the chapter, that at 6 p.m. what happened on 5th January 2005, the world's most famous mummy was taken out for CT scan. Now children, soul 2. What is in the soul 2? Howard Carter. So a person was named, whose name was Howard Carter. So he was Howard Carter. Okay, he was a British archaeologist. He was a British archaeologist who in 1922 discovered King Tut's tomb. So children, who in 1922 discovers King Tut tomb after year of futile searching. After year of futile searching. Its content remained the richest royal collection ever found. Now, children, when he went to see the coffin, so many treasures were there inside. Okay, so many royal collections he had found inside the near the coffin. King Tut was buried with everyday things he had wanted in the afterlife. Now, children, first the moment he went inside, the first thing he saw that lot of things which was of general use for daily use, like razor. He had found a bronze razor. Okay, so many things which the people need after life. After life, that means children, the Egyptian people believe that there is a life after death. So whatever the use was there for daily use, those things were kept in the tomb, near the tomb. So children, when he went there, what did he see? He saw that lot of things for daily use was kept in the tomb. Dr. Zahi Hawass, Secretary General of Egypt, Supreme Council of Antiquity. So children, Dr. Zahi Hawass, he was the Secretary General of Egyptian Supreme Council of Antiquities, explained that the mummy was already in a very bad condition before Howard Carter took him for city scape because of what Carter did to it. Now children, though he was not satisfied, he told that due to Carter, and then the body had become was found in a worse condition. Carter found Tut's body in 3 nested coffins. In the first coffin, he found a shroud decorated with garland of willow and olive leaves. Now children, when Howard Carter went to the chamber of death, and where he found the coffin of Tutankhamun, what did he see? What did he found? So he found that the coffin was divided into 3 nested coffins. 3 parts of the coffins were there. So in the first coffin, that means children, 3 coffins were there kept together. So in first coffin, what he had found a shroud. That means a thick cloth was there, which was decorated with garlands of willow and olive leaves. So children, we put flowers on the coffin and the dead body. So at that time, garlands of willows and olive leaves must have been put. Okay, so children, this he had seen in the first coffin. Wild gallery, lotus petal and plant flowers, which indicated that the burial took place in March or April. So children, he had also find out children corn flowers, okay, and then lotus petals and wild galleries, and children, of course children, the garlands of willow and olive leaves. So this proves, because these things are found in the season of the spring season, that is March or April. So children, he has this when he saw all these things, garlands of willows and olive leaves, then wild gallery, lotus petal and cornflower, which indicated that the burial took place in March or April. So children, he was sure, and children, he told that the burial took place in March and April. When he finally reached the mummy, he ran into trouble. Okay, children, finally he reached to the main mummy, and he was in trouble because the ritual resin had hardened, cementing to the bottom of the solid gold coffin. Children, why he was in trouble? Because the whole coffin was made of solid gold, and his coffin, his body was pasted with the resin, which was impossible to take it out. It was not possible for him to take the body of Tut without opening that coffin, and it has become, since it was made of resin, so it has become very hard. He was not knowing how to take that body out from that pasted resin. It has become, the ritual resin had hardened, It has become hard like cement, okay, and is stuck to the bottom of the solid gold coffin. So children, this was the condition. Now children, the third point I'm going to read. The third point is Carter had to chisel out to take out Toots' mummy. So what is the third point? Children, the third point is that Carter had to chisel out Toots' mummy. What is the third point? Carter had to chisel the Toots' mummy. Okay, that means he cannot take out the coffin until and unless he should cut that coffin, then only he would be able to take out that coffin. So Carter tried to loosen the resin. Carter tried to loosen the resin, but it was impossible for him to cut. So what he did, the sun can beat down like a hammer that far south in Egypt. The sun can beat down like a hammer. The sun can beat down like a hammer that far south in Egypt. For several hours he set the mummy outside in blazing sunshine, but nothing budged. So the sun can beat down like a hammer that far south in Egypt. For several hours he set the mummy outside in blazing sunshine, but nothing budged. He reported that the consolidated material had to be chiseled away to free the king's remain. So children, after finally he told that without that mummy will be taken out only if that material should be chiseled away. Carter in his defense said that he had no choice if he hadn't cut the mummy free. So children, as Zahir Abbas told him, the whole world, the mummy was spoiled due to Carter, but Carter in his defense told that he had no choice, he had no alternative until and unless if he will not cut the mummy free. And children, the thieves most certainly would have dodged the guards and ripped it apart to remove the gold. And he told if he would not have done, the thieves must have done that. They must have tricked the guard, and they must have opened the chisel resins, and they would have taken all the gold of that mummy. Toots was buried with all his lavish belonging. As I told you, Toots was buried with his lavish belonging. To separate Toots from his adornment, Carter's men removed the mummy's head and severed nearly every major joint. And children, with great difficulty it came out. The mummy, the Carter men, the team of Carter, they removed the mummy's head and severed nearly every major joint. Now children, Toots' mummy x-rayed. Now children, finally the body was taken out, the resin was removed, and now children, the fourth point is that Toots' mummy was x-rayed. Okay, Toots' mummy was x-rayed. X-rays. So archaeology has changed since then. Now children, the earlier archaeology and when Carter he discovered, so much changes were there in the archaeology. Earlier the archaeologists were depending on the treasure, they were rather. So student, our fourth point is Toots' mummy was x-rayed. Finally children, the mummy was x-rayed. Now was the time to find about what happened to him actually. Archaeology has changed since then, focusing less on treasure and more on the fascinating details of life and intriguing mystery of death. Now children, earlier in archaeology people used to see how many types of treasures are there, what types of treasures are stored in near the tomb. But now children, they are find the fascinating details of the mysterious death. Now the archaeology has changed. Now the archaeologists are much interested that how to find the mysterious detail, mystery of death, how the mysteries of death, how the kings died, what happened to them. And children, they are using more sophisticated tool to find all this thing. In 1968, more than 40 years after Carter's discovery, an anatomy professor x-rayed the mummy and revealed a startling fact that beneath the resin that caked Tut's chest, his breastbone and front ribs were missing. Now children, finally in 1968, more than 40 years after Carter's discovery, an anatomy professor x-rayed the mummy and he revealed a great fact. He told the breastbone and front ribs were not there. So either he was hit or children, he must have fallen down. Still we don't know what really happened to him. King Tut's demise was a big event even by royal standards. So children, a very powerful king, King Tut, at the age of 18, he died. That was a very royal standard also. And as he was the last heir of his family, his funeral meant the death rattle of a dynasty. And children, he was the last heir of his family. So now his death means that the whole dynasty will be, the name of the whole dynasty will not be there. He was the last heir. Now children, he belongs from a very famous dynasty. So fifth point is about Tut's dynasty. About Tut dynasty. So children, King Tut's father or grandfather, his grandfather was Amenhotep III. What was his name of grandfather? Amenhotep III. He was a powerful king who ruled almost for 4 decades. So he was a very powerful king, Amenhotep III, and children, he ruled for 4 decades. His son Amenhotep. So he was Amenhotep III, and children, his son was named Amenhotep IV. He succeeded him, but he was a powerful king, but he was a very strange king also. First of all, children, he changed his name to Akhenaten. What name he changed? From Amenhotep IV, he changed his name to Akhenaten and moved the religious capital from Thebes to Akhetaten. Okay, and children, at that time the children, their capital of Egypt was at Thebes, but he shifted all his capital to Akhetaten, and children, that place is now known as Amarna. It is still in Egypt, and that place is now known as Amarna. He attacked major god Amun by smashing his image and closing down his temple. Now children, he wanted to show that he is so powerful, more powerful than the king also, that children, he attacked a major god Amun by smashing his image and closing down his temple. So his children, he had closed down his temple and he smashed the statue of god Amun. Now Ray Johnson, director of the University of Chicago Research Center in Luxor, called the king Wakey. Now children, according to Ray Johnson, he was the director of the University of Chicago, and children, he was doing some research and he called that king Wakey. After Akhenaten, Ismen-Khakir. Now children, after this father, Ismen-Khakir ruled for a brief period, and children, suddenly this King Tut has become the ruler. He took over the throne, and he oversaw restoration of old ways. He was a modern king, boy of only 18 years of age. Children, he overlooked restoration of old ways. King Tut ruled for 9 years, but he still ruled for 9 years, and then died unexpectedly. 18 years is not a children the most powerful. How he died, that was the mystery. Some people were telling that he was given poison, some people was telling he was murdered, he was attacked. So we don't know, but children, he died unexpectedly. Now, last point is King Tut's mummy and city skin. No one knows how many mummies there are in Egypt. The Egyptian mummies PHX has recorded almost 600 and is still counting. So children, so many mummies are there till now, children. At least 600 mummies are there, and still children they are finding one or two mummy. King Tut's mummy was the first mummy to be CT scan. So his mummy was first mummy to be CT scan by a portable scanner donated by National Geographic Society and Siemens. Tut's entire body was scanned. On the night of the scan, workmen carried him from the tomb and rose on a hydraulic lift into a trailer that held the scanner. There was a problem. The costly scanner could not function properly because of the sand in the cooler fan, but all the hurdles were crossed, and after the scan, the king was returned to his coffin to rest in peace. The CT scan showed an astonishing image of Tut, and his entire bodies were clearly. Zahir Hawass was relieved that nothing had seriously gone wrong to the mummy. As the technician left the trailer, they saw the star constellation, which the ancient Egyptian knew as the soul of the Osiris, the god of the afterlife. Children, afterward, these Egyptian people, they told that they have seen Osiris. He is the god of afterlife, and he is the one who is carrying his mummy. Okay, he is watching Tut's king. He is taking the care of his body. So children, today I end my video here, and in tomorrow's class I will be explaining the lesson once again. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.